Hello everyone and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my updated everyday go-to look. This look usually takes me 10 to 15 minutes to do. I wanted to update my look for spring. I just wanted to have a little bit more of a vibrant aspect to it. I wore this look in a few of my videos and I've been getting non-stop requests to see a video on how I achieved this look. So here it is finally. So before we get into it, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and let's get to it. For my base, sometimes I opt out of using a foundation if I feel like my skin doesn't really need it or if I'm more in a rush. But today I feel like a more perfected canvas, so I'm going to be going in with the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation in the shade Light 7. I love this stuff. It's such a nice, effortless foundation. It just always looks amazing. I'm just going to take 1.5 pumps of that on the back of my hand. I think I should have just used 1 pump. I love this one very much. It's a nice medium coverage, but it looks like a light coverage foundation, which is really neat. Once it's on your skin, it looks so undetectable. It is just a magical foundation. And this brush is the Royal Langnickel Complexion Brush. It comes in a set. It's linked down below. Once I apply it with a brush, I usually go in with a sponge just to even it out further. I love this foundation. It's such a unique finish. It goes onto your skin so nicely and it just makes it look like it's your actual skin, which is really, really cool and very rare in a foundation. So now for my concealer, I'm just going to go in with one of my faves, the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. And I'm kind of in between shades right now, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade Light. It's more of like a yellow toned one, and then I take a touch of Fair just to kind of brighten it up a little bit more, just to add a little bit of a highlighting property to it, but I don't want it to be like super stark under there. And then I'm just going to take a tiny bit of powder just directly under the eye. I do this very, very often. I just set my fine lines under there and I kind of let it sit while I do my brows. I don't really like to add a lot of powder all over my face. I like the way that my makeup kind of fades during the day, because if I set my face, I find that my makeup separates or flakes off kind of because of my oily skin. And I also really love the glow my skin gets near the end of the day. I think it looks really pretty. I really learned to accept my natural oily skin and I just embrace it, and I absolutely love the way it looks on me personally. But you can set your whole face if you'd like to. This is just my personal preference. But anyways, I'm just gonna quickly do my brows. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP and the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel in the shade Soft Black. So please enjoy the intermission. So now we're going to move on to the fun part, and I'm going to be going in with my bronzer first, and I'm using the Lila B Sun Kiss bronzer. I love this stuff so much, and I'm going to be applying that with this brush, the Airbrush Precision Foundation Brush from Sephora that has been discontinued. I bought this for my grad in 2015 and I'm really sad that they discontinued it because it's such a good brush for this technique. I'm gonna try to find a dupe for it or something similar. I just haven't found anything yet. As you guys know, I've rekindled my love with the wave technique. I stopped doing it for a while because I thought I was too pale, but I gave that up because I missed it too much. So basically what that is like I do a W on my face like this, so it looks like the sun has naturally kissed your skin and you look like you were just on vacation or just out in the sun living your best life. And I also add it to my forehead as well as my chin, just slightly, just a tiny bit on the chin. Like I don't go back into the pan, I just take whatever's left on the brush and I kind of go right here. But right here I like to kind of stipple it right where I want the least amount of product. Where I want the most is right here, just to really add some definition, and on the bridge of the nose right here. And then right here I just want a minimal amount. It's just going to really give a sun-kissed look, and I kind of bring it onto where I put that concealer as well, just so that it kind of looks a lot more natural, in my opinion. This technique is definitely not for everyone, but that's okay. If you're not a fan of this technique, just keep it in the normal areas. And for my blush, I'm gonna go in with one of my favorites lately, the Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Faded Clementine. This one's definitely orange. It doesn't pull red though. It's more of a yellowy orange. I just love this effect. I feel like it looks like summer. So I just kind of pat this on with another discontinued brush. I don't know why all my favorite complexion brushes constantly get discontinued, but this is a BH Cosmetics No. 3 brush from I think the Festival collection. They came out last year for like Coachella. But I apply this in the same kind of areas as I did with the bronzer, and sometimes if I went a little too heavy-handed, I go back in with my bronzer brush and I just kind of stipple it over just so that those two blend in together. There's just something about this color of blush that I can't get enough of, especially with what's to come for my lips later on in this video. And I also take whatever's left on my brush and I also apply it to my forehead and I'll touch on the chin just a little bit just to tie in the rest of the face. And I haven't been wearing a lot of highlighter actually, so today I'm just gonna skip it, which is kind of crazy. I rarely ever do that, but I just haven't been feeling like it lately. I've just been really into the bronze. So sometimes if I'm feeling a little extra and I'm in the mood, I add little fake freckles with this tiniest bottle of product ever. It's Freck. It's a really amazing product to create little fake freckles because it's so quick and easy. And they last such a long time, like they don't smudge during the day at all. So what you do, you just dot little freckles where you want them and then you take your finger and you kind of blot them, and by blotting them you get like different dimensions of those freckles and it just adds like more of a natural touch to them. And the color is really true to natural freckles. It's very warm, because I think that's the biggest mistake when people try to do fake freckles with an eyebrow pencil or something like that. They just turn out quite cool toned and they just look very fake to the eye. And if you're a beginner with faux freckles, just try to Google an image of someone who has a natural freckle pattern that you like, and then try to go off that. Now moving on to the eyes, I just use very basic browns for this look. So I'm just gonna take this Wet n Wild palette, the Color Icon My Glamour Squad one, I believe. I think that's the name. I don't know. I'll have the correct one linked down below. I don't really prime my eyelids when I do this type of look just because I'm not really focusing any product on the lids or anything. I focus mostly on the outskirts of my eyes, right on the outer corner. I did something very similar to this in a video not too long ago, one of my quick and easy looks. But what I do is I take a little pencil brush. This one is the ColourPop E10 brush, and I'm going to be dipping into the deepest brown in this palette right here. And what I do is I just kind of create a very soft liner. And I'm not really worried about precision. I kind of like the more effortless, kind of smoked out look. I'm not going for any sharpness here. Brings a lot of focus to your eyes in a very undramatic way. And it's super quick because you really don't have to worry too much about precision. I usually start on my lower lash line, get that angle, and then I take it from where I want it to be the thickest and I just pretty much drag it down like I would an eyeliner. And I smoke it out near the lashes. You don't have to do a wing, you can just really hug it near your lashes. I just have been doing a little bit more of a flicked out look because I like the elongated eye look touch more right now. I do enjoy an inner corner highlight for this though, so I just usually take whatever lightest shade there is in the palette and I just kind of boop it in there. And then I just quickly add some mascara. I'm going to be using my favorite duo as of right now, the JULIAA After Midnight Mascara and the Glossier Lash Slick for the bottom lashes.